What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Bronze to Mythic, maybe, draft. We are on draft number 9. We are making our way through. If you have caught my previous Bronze to Mythic runs, we did one for Bloomborough, we did one for Duskmourn, now we're doing one for Foundations. We're going to try to do one for every set that releases. That's going to be a lot in 2025. I believe we have like 5 sets released. I don't know if they're all draftable, but there's going to be a lot more of these. I try to do one per set. But if you had caught those other drafts, you will know we got hard stuck in Plat 4. So instead of banging my face against the wall, I've decided to partner up with Limited Level Ups, aka Quarter Calls, aka Alex Nikolic, for coaching over the month of December. So you're going to see some of my drafts done over on his channel. So I highly encourage you, go check those out. We link them down below. And you can see the coaching session, the thought process, and then some of the takeaways and the learnings from that. So we're going to have 3-4 videos for the month of December over on his channel, all about coaching and sort of the thought process when it comes to drafting. So highly encourage you to check those out. But in between those, I'm trying to pack as many drafts as I can to just get reps, to get practice, to get familiarity with the set, figure out where my gaps in my gameplay are, and just try to get better. Because ultimately, if this is the first video you've ever caught from me, I mean, welcome. And then also get caught up. We got a lot of content on this channel. But 2, this guy is trying to qualify for the Pro Tour in the next 5 years. And drafting is going to be a critical skill set for that. We're already making decent progress. We made the declaration this summer, 2025, or 2024, got to get the right year. And we already managed to get 2 regional championship bids for the modern season that just took place. And so I'll be actually getting to go to Portland and Charlotte in Q1 of 2024 for the regional championships in modern, which I'm super stoked about, super excited about. However, we got to do it again every season. So now we're in standard season, and so we're playing standard. We're doing drafts like we're doing here, and getting all the practice that we could possibly get. So let's, before we get ahead of ourselves, take a look at where we've been, what we've been up to. We are currently in Silver 1, with our biggest issue being our win rate at 47%. We're 8 drafts in. This will be the 9th draft that we are doing. So we are making progress. We had some decent runs, 4-3s, a couple 4-3s. Mathematically, if we average 4-3, that's really where we want to be. So we are focusing on that. Like, super ideal is 5 wins, because 5 wins is an infinite as far as the gems. And mathematically stellar, because that's going to be in like the low 60% win rate. So without further ado, let's go ahead, queue up for some drafts. We'll switch it over to our drafting screen and turn on our draft counter. And we are on draft number 9. Let's make her happen. Jump right into this. So a couple things. One of our big things that we're keeping in mind, and was one of my weaknesses when building decks, is I was able to identify, for the most part, the open color. And for the most part, the highest quality cards, the best value cards. And what I would end up with a lot of times was just a pile of good cards, generally in 2 colors that had a good synergy to one another. But what we didn't run into was a synergy. Just a general synergy between, like, what is my game plan with this deck? So as we're building the deck, we really need to keep in mind the game plan. Like, what are we building towards? What are we trying to do? You might go check out draft number 6, where we had a really, really like solid, interesting game plan. We didn't turn out so well in the final results of that particular draft as far as like wins and losses go, but we had a really solid game plan. And that was actually one of the drafts that we did with Limited Level Ups. We built this entire strategy. We had a build around, and it was a really cool place to be. So honestly, one of the best cards in here is just a straight up removal. Hero's Downfall is really solid. Mischievous Mystic, if you build sort of a card draw deck that can get really crazy, but it is super weak, so it can get pinged out really, really easily. The other really two strong cards here that we see are removal in both black and red. We also have Dazzling Angel. So this gets you into, is a really strong card for like a life gain deck. Honestly, I mean, I'm probably going to snag, I mean, we'll keep ourselves pretty open. Black is one of the strong colors here. So like black red is pretty strong. White black is pretty strong. Red is also really strong. Being that these are equal, we haven't really gotten ourselves into a strong red deck, and we can see that we're getting a lot more of these 6+ wins in red. So as our focus is to win, I am trying to focus, and then we're rewarded with a Kellen Planar Trailblazer. Absolutely fantastic card. This is actually making its way into some standard decks. Just like a 1-of, sometimes a 2-of you might see. But in those like mono red or Boros aggro decks, this is making its way in there because it comes down as a 1-drop, turn 2, you turn it, and then it gets you card draw, and then you turn 3 can play this again or pay the cost again, and now it's a 3/2 human fairy rogue and gains double strike. So scale's pretty good. It's a nice little spice to the deck, but we're gonna go ahead and grab it for the red. We're getting rewarded for red here right now. We got some really great options. Battlesong Berserker, interesting card. So whenever you attack, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains menace until end of turn. So it doesn't have to be this creature. So it could just sit on the board and then you can attack with something else. The other thing here is you can pick Heartfire Emulator, where you can pay 1, sacrifice a creature, deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. So it could potentially be removal. I'm going to pick the slightly better one in this case, and we're going to grab Battlesong. We might want to keep a lookout. We are seeing an Eaten Alive pick 3, so black might also be open for us and something to consider. And speaking of that, black being open, we're going to grab Baked Into the Pie. That's a super solid removal. It's expensive, but it's super solid. So again, we're trying to pick like what is here. What are we seeing? Black red does get us into sort of a sacrifice like sub theme. So this is something where like having it in a black red makes a lot of sense. It can also push that final piece of damage if you need to. So in this particular case, like I'm going to grab the red. Dreadwing Scavenger is really good. I know we're not locked into a color right now, but I kind of like where we're going already. And I want to establish I'm taking strong red cards here. So, you know, maybe shifting somebody else into like blue-black. And there we go. Eaten Alive. We got rewarded for the involuntary employment. Now we can steal something and then sacrifice it and then get the mana fixing. I think we have a direction, folks. So Gorehorn is pretty nice. Being able to do 2 damage to any target. So if you've attacked this turn, play this, you can ping something out. Another kind of fun card is Seeker's Folly. It's not super strong. It would be more of a filler position. It can take out a 1 toughness, but also can just make them discard 2 cards. But in this particular case, we're probably just going to grab Gorehorn. Okay, not a lot of great options for us here. The second thing I look at is, does it fill out my collection? No. Third thing I look at is, like, could I potentially play it? Maybe. And so we'll grab the Katana here. Same thing here. Anything fit the collection? I mean, I always like to go for the land. Or should we finish out Blanchwood? Or get the land? Get the land. Same thing with the amulet. Finish out the collection. Nothing great here, but we'll grab the Goblin Berserker. Gotta love drafting for the collection. Okay. So we have some great removals. Burst Lightning, being able to ping something for 2 for 1, or if you can manage to pay 5, doing 4 damage to something, does come in really clutch. So grabbing that Burst Lightning over the Abrade, I think is where I'll go. But the Abrade is also really good and destroys Artifact. I think for what we have, since we already have an Abrade, I think we'll just grab the Burst Lightning. And then I think we'll get rewarded with another Burst Lightning here. Maybe another Involuntary Employment. Do we have more ways to sack things? That's what we really need, is like, how can we potentially sack things? Actually, we'll just probably grab the Burst Lightning here. Flamewake Phoenix. Yeah, red's open if this is pick 3. Flying Haste. This creature attacks each combat if available. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may pay 1. If you do, return this card from the graveyard to the battlefield. So, way to just like recursively get a card back. Really do like it. This is also a really interesting one. If something dies this turn, then it becomes untapped and you can swing with it again. But I like having something in the air. I mean, another Burst Lightning. That's crazy. It's so good, though. I'm torn between Dragon Trainer and Burst Lightning. I'm probably just going to grab another Burst Lightning. Might have a little burn deck here. Shivan Dragon. It's flying 5/5 for 6. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn, so you can buff and swing with it. If we have some other way to like sack things, then I would maybe do that. But I think I'm gonna grab the Shivan Dragon. Each creature without flying, which is interesting removal. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard. I mean, since we are hopefully trying to sack some things, Macabre Waltz could potentially be the best pick here for us. So it's not a fantastic pick. Strongbox Raider is pretty good. I'm a fan of that. When this creature enters, you attack this turn, exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them, and you get to play. So it gives you that card draw. Plus, it's a 5/2 body, so yeah, sure, it gets pinged out, but it's card draw and could potentially take out something pretty big. Nothing great for us here, so I'm just going to draft for the collection. We're affording to be a little picky. We have a lot of like good just direct damage. All right, we got another involuntary. We'll take that for sure, and the Cerberus. I'm not too upset about those picks. So currently we're at 18 playables because we do have a land. And then we got a Dragon Trainer, yeah. Okay. I doubt we'll play this, but we'll snag it. Same thing with the Cerberus. You may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card, and this creature can't be blocked this turn. This is a good sack outlet for us. So if we have involuntary employment, now we have the opportunity to Eaten Alive or Vampire Gourmand. And this card can be blocked. So we can steal their stuff, still attack with it, or whenever this creature attacks. I guess just sack it. I guess we're just going to use it for removal. But hey, it's a sack target. That's really what we're looking for. Tragic Banshee. I don't know if I've heard of this one. When this creature enters, target creature an opponent controls gets -1, -1. If that creature died this turn, or if a creature died this turn, it gets -13, -13. Basically kills anything. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and grab that. Try to get Tragic Banshee. And we got another... Eaten Alive. I think with the involuntary employments, we got to grab the Eaten Alive. That's a great like all-around removal. Same thing, Hungry Ghoul. That's going to be great for us with involuntary employment. I don't know if we have a lot of just like of our own sack targets. So we're currently at 23 playables. We probably need more like board interaction. So, I mean, we have a lot of spells. A lot of things to keep the board clear, but we don't have a lot of creature pressure. We do have a lot of direct damage. We have 3 burst lightning, so we could essentially spit out 12 damage. So I would kind of look at getting some creatures here. Is really where we want to be. Fanatic Firebrand. I mean, it's a 1-drop. Do we have any 1-drop creature? We do. Maybe something a little bit better. Marauding Blight Priest. I don't know. Fanatical Firebrand kind of goes more with what we're doing. Another involuntary employment. I think that's huge. We got another. So this is essentially turning creatures for us. Perforating Artist. It's going well with what we're doing. 4th Burst Lightning or another involuntary employment. I mean, we're just stealing their cards at this point. Oof, this is a little tough. We went with another. Because then that's our bodies. Like, we don't have a lot of creatures, so we're just stealing their creatures. Draft for the collection. Garrux. Hey, green was open. Garrux is really good. Drafting for the collection over here. Got my final fishing pole. Pick 12. Guard Cavalry, and then final picks. So we have a really interesting sort of game plan here. Got a strong Rakdos. Why do they like that? No, I don't like that one. I don't mind. I'm keeping those. Shivan Dragon is a little bit expensive. Rogue's Passage. I want to throw one of these lands in here. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of some of these choices here. So 1 down on involuntary employment. Okay, maybe. We got plenty of removal. Eaten Alive, Burst Lightning. We also have the Vampire Gorman, so we have some ways to like sack some things as well. And then what are we at for lands right now? 17 lands. Do we need 17 lands? Do we have any double? We do have some double pips, so we'll keep the 17 lands. Do we do Rogue's Passage? 4 and then something becomes unblockable. Can't be blocked this turn. And then drop a swamp. So now we're at 40 cards. I'm not the biggest fan of the Fake Your Own Death here. So my question is, keep the Shivan Dragon or grab another involuntary employment. It's kind of expensive. I'd say lower my curve and then just steal whatever big thing that they have. Is what we're going for. All right, so we got sort of a interesting like black-red, lots of direct damage with Burst Lightning, a Braid, good removal with Eaten Alive, some also baked into the pie. We have some sack targets with Vampire Gorman, Hungry Ghoul, Eaten Alive to go with the involuntary employment. So I can swing with involuntary employment and then sack it with any one of these. Hungry Ghoul, Vampire Gorman. Well, you can't with Vampire Gorman, but you could with Hungry Ghoul at any time. Eaten Alive. So controlling the board, got some good value cards. Good other removal is Tragic Banshee, which is pretty cool. We're a little low on creatures, 11 creatures. So the where we're getting a lot more of our creature damage is going to come in the involuntary employment. So the whole point is steal their shit and then get me 4 extra creatures. So I'm really at more like 15 creatures is how I'm trying to think about it. We also get 2-for-1s with the Dragon Trainer. So also not a bad start. So if you've made it this far in the video, do the thing. Like, subscribe. Tell me how far do you think we're going to go with this particular deck. And then stay tuned as we play through it. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into our... our playthrough. Still dying of a cough over here, everyone. Sorry. It's like I'm not sick anymore. It's just like still getting the drainage. So go to in-game. We're at 0-0. Draft number 9. Decent little start. We got access to both of our lands. We got some creatures. Gain some life right off the bat. We have a turn 2 Hungry Ghoul. Or a Gorman. I think we take the Hungry Ghoul. Would like to get a second red here. And then also I can kill this. And then with Hungry Ghoul. What is this? What is this? This creature, for each creature card in your graveyard, sacrifice another creature. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less. Put it onto the battlefield and shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. This does a lot of shit. +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Then they could sack another creature. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less. So right now, they could pay 2 and pull something out of their library with mana value 2 or less. If they sack the Infestation Sage. Nice. Don't really want to give them an avenue. Yeah, I think we get this guy out. This has to attack. Perforating Artist. Unless they sacrifice a non-land card of their choice or discard a card. So they could discard a card. So that does give them an avenue, though, to like put creature cards in their graveyard. Then we can play Strongbox next turn. We also have the thing if they want to like sack one of these or like try to kill one of these. Resolve. Resolve. So they can go get a creature card with value 3 or less. Which is going to be interesting. What are they going to get? This is quite the brew they have here. This card is crazy. I don't know if I've seen this one. I think that was one thing I didn't do. Pass. My turn. Rogue's Passage. We're going to attack. Okay, that's fine. They don't take 2, but they're going to have to discard or lose a life, gain a life. Got it. Oof. Yeah, Dragon Trainer, baby. And then now you got to discard or kill something. So I'd say we already got really good value out of Perforating Artist. We've made them discard 2 cards. And they ended Infernal Vessel. So Infernal Vessel has to die in order to get its trigger effect, not just hit the graveyard. So again, if they try to kill something, we're going to sack it to Hungry Ghoul. That's the whole thing that we're going to do here. We have 1 land up. Okay, perfect. Now we got Hungry Ghoul on the table. So what is this? Whenever I attack, I may pay 1 red. Okay. So I don't want that to die then, is what this becomes. So we play this. Actually, I could do this. Auto pay. Getting that bad boy out there. It means I missed out on Dragon Trainer, though. That was the downside of that. Okay, they're going to kick it. It's a 4/4. They don't have any mana to sack anything to Fiendish. Like, I'm honestly in a place where I don't care. Nope, there's the 7. All right, yeah, all right. I was too invested in the minutia. It was like, oh, I have 7. I have 7 damage on the board. Perfect. Starting off with a 1-0. We like it. The deck's doing what we wanted the deck to do. So we're getting some really interesting synergies. We're attacking. We have sack targets. We didn't really get to play the involuntary employment yet, but that is another thing that we have a strong presence of. We have 4 of those in the deck. So stealing their cards to swing with their cards is what we're trying to do in that particular case. And then sack them to the ghoul or to something. Okay, we got involuntary employment. It's not the best curve, but we have good mana. Good mana allocation here. We got a 1-drop Llanowar Elves. Oh, all right. Play Vampire Gorman. Play Swamp next turn. All right, they got a cat. Ooh, nice. And then we have this. So we'll swing first. Got nothing to sack, so they're going to choose to take 2. We'll play this. And then cancel. At their end step, we'll trigger this. We'll get Kellen. Doing Kellen thing. Sorry. Not always as quick to the mute button as I want to be. Eventually I want to get this mixer up here somehow. It'd be really nice to have it up here. Then I can also use my standing desk as an actual standing desk. Okay. On their turn, it gets first strike. They're going to swing with the cat because I'm not going to block. No blocks. Pass. End step. Activate. So it's a detective to a player. Exile the top card. You may play that card. Pay 3. Now this thing's got double strike. And you take 6 or you block, bud. Well, they're gonna take 6. Solid. Except it got rid of those 2 cards. Okay, that's something you got to be careful of. Like, you have to be able to play the cards that they're potentially going to draw, which is interesting. It's one way to stop that. Okay, no blocks. So, do I have lethal here? 6. Pull that. 9. 10, 11. I have lethal next turn if I do that. Oh, nope, I do have lethal. I forgot about the treasure token. Got her. Got her. That was awesome. Involuntary employment did its thing. I told you, it's another creature. It's another creature. 2-0. We like the 2-0 starts. Now they get nervous, right? Because as you get more wins, you start to face people that have the same number of wins. So we gotta. Gets progressively harder. Gets progressively harder. But the deck's doing some of exactly what we want it to do. As a history lesson for how we do in draft, is traditionally my deeper runs start with losses. So if I go like 0-2, not a rule of thumb. I would go 0-2 and now I'm going to go 4-2 or 5-2 or anything like that. But I've just generally those longer runs that I ended up being starting with some losses. So this is not my favorite. So we're going to mulligan. Okay, this is a little bit better. Probably dump that just because it's the most expensive card. Okay, nice turtle. Oh, dual land to start. We like that, and we're on the draw, so that wasn't bad. Okay, this huge defensive wall. Gotcha. Why do we make things unblockable? So we also have involuntary employment. So we have a couple ways to like steal their stuff and then sack it to what's going on here. So they got a strong defensive start. So do we try? I think we try. Counterspell? Do they have a refute? Resolve, okay. They choose to put it on the bottom of their library, so they get their card back. It essentially got removed anyways, so fair, okay. They have another one. That's great. Get rid of that thing. Becomes unblockable. We get into for some damage. And now we have access to 7 lands. All right. See if we can get this down. The thing we're worried about is Essence Scatter. Okay. Now, this is going to get Menace. We're going to decline sacking. Decline. We get him for 3. Get in for 3. We like it. Do they just not have any playables? Yeah, that kind of worries me. Oh, that's getting it for 4. So it does get it above Joust. If they have a bounce spell or something, it doesn't give it above bounce spell. I say we try it. They might have like a refute, or they don't. Okay. They could have destroy all creatures if they get another plains. Or they could have the Aetherize. Decline. Aetherize. Yep. Nice. Okay, rebuild the board state. Are they just like waiting for a big attack? Instant or sorcery card, so they got a bounce spell. Say we take it. Didn't mean to put that on that. So we have lethal next turn, unless they have a counterspell. Big Fin Bouncer, okay. Strong start, strong start. 3-0. Got us into gold, baby. We're into gold. All right, gold tier 4. Cruised right through silver 1. Love it, love it, love it. All right. I mean, three wins is good. That's 50%. If we get to 4, I'm super stoked. 1,400 gems, and mathematically where we want to be. Like, I got 3 more chances to get 1 more win. Like, I'll be stoked about that. Like, let's, set obtainable goals. I think in Duskmorn, I might have only gotten 1 trophy. Bloomburrow, maybe 1. I don't even know if I got 1. Maybe did. I maybe got one in Bloomburrow as well. So I would love to get a trophy. I am not a trophy collector by any means. I am a guy that plays the numbers. Like, if we're gonna get to Mythic at all in drafting, it's gonna be because we played the numbers. We're going for an average of 4 or 5 wins. An average of 4 wins will get you there. 5 wins is just spicy. Okay, we'll keep this. We have access to both colors. We got some early removal. Would like a second red to get Flame Phoenix out ASAP, but we'll see what we can do here. Okay, that second red's going to be really important now. Be able to play the Dragon Trainer. Okay, we got our second red. Perfect. So we can play Phoenix. They could have Essence Scatter. They do not. All right, we're getting in for 2. Okay. Solid. I gotta attack every turn with it, so what do we got? Destroy, that's fine. This comes back if we have something with 5 or greater. Oh, that means we also can play. Nice, we got Eaten Alive. We can also play Dragon Trainer. Nope, I don't have a red. Can't play that quite yet. See what they have. Another Eaten Alive. All right, so we got all of our removal. Autopay. What do you got? Etherize, nice. Put our Phoenix back out there. We'll play a Dragon Trainer. So I've been hit with 2 Etherizes so far. It's been great. It's been great. Okay, we got another land. We like those. What does this do? Whenever a land, you gain a life and draw a card. Oh, interesting. I don't quite have enough to do the thing that I want to do. We'll just get rid of it. Just get rid of that. We don't need more card draw. Keep the Flame Wake. So next turn, though, we do have a nice little trick. We can play Dragon Trainer. And, well, 2 turns from now, I guess. Trying to figure out a way to get, like, sack something like the Dragon Trainer and then be able to play this. Okay, we got the Tolarian. So we could play this. We can just wait. How much is this? Ward 2. Can't afford it. So this is 2, 3. But that's 2 spells. Attack a creature. Resolve. Autopay. Get rid of that. All right. And now I'll get my Phoenix back. Light Shell Duo. Spare. Surveil 2. Destroy artifact or creature. Everything they're playing is above 3. It's driving me nuts. Pass my turn. What do we got? Cerberus. Carrying a refute? Nope, no refutes. Auto pay. Swinging with the burb. Swinging with the burb. Okay, so now this turn I could potentially do the trick. Burst Lightning, one of my own things. Cast Tragic Banshee, targeting their thing, and then it gets -13, -13. So that's one thing that we can do here. They do have access to green, though, so it makes me think like maybe I should save it for Ceratops or some fucking crazy scaling thing that they'll do. You know, they really brought back the big Stompy for green for this set. Okay, they didn't kick it. Interesting. Why didn't you kick it? Why did you save 5? Why did you save 5? What do you got for protection in the air? Very concerned. I think I'm going to hold just to see what they do. Interesting. Okay. They're going to tap something. Huh. That was interesting. So this is if any creature dies. So next turn, I could actually ping one of their things and then Tragic Banshee, another thing. So I might ping like Gnarled Colony or one of the fairies here. Oh, very interesting. Okay. Okay, swing. Feel free to swing. Yep, I had 2 Burst Lightnings and none of Braid. Try to hit me with a preposterous proportions. Yep, there's also 7 damage on the board. What else might they have? Does this give it trample? Gains vigilance. Nice. They had vigilance. They should have swung. Do they have another one? That'd be crazy if they had another preposterous proportions. Doesn't give him trample though. We managed it. We managed it. 4-0. We met like the mathematical goal. So 4 wins makes me feel pretty good. And what does that do for us for gold? It does, or gems, 1,400 gems, 3 packs. 5 gold or 5 wins is really where you go infinite. That's why we like 5 wins. Also mathematically low 60%. Love that too. So But this deck is fun. This little black-red deck that we put together. Steal their stuff, control the board. We got a lot of like sack synergies. The removal has been fantastic. I like the access to the land here. We have some early removal. Okay, we got something to steal. We'll have an abrade early as well. I mean, that's a perfect abrade target, so get rid of Giadia. Get out of here. Too much text. Nice. Involuntary employment. We really need to get to like 5 lands on the board, and then we can involuntary employment, and then sack it. Llanowars. Very nice. What else does this do? You gain life for the first time. Okay. We have 5. Let's steal this. Next. You get a 2-for-1. Do like a good 2-for-1. They're gonna get in for their 1. Okay. Don't have enough to double cast. But we could pop this down. We have another way to get rid of Nessian if it gets too big. Get rid of that, unless they have some sort of protection spell. I mean, it still works. Okay, they're getting in for their 2. Two damage to any target. I don't have any way to attack. So I could do this, and that gives me 4 mana. This isn't need actually, yeah, that's 4. How much I have? 2, 4, 7, 8. So I need 1 more land, and then I could have done what I wanted to do: attack, do 2 damage, anything. Surveil. Let's see what we get this turn. I mean, that's a little bit better. We can do that. Get him for 3. Attack this, make that a 3. Don't really need the land. So if they do manage to drop down a 4, okay. Oh, involuntary hug. Okay. Or affectionate indrake, whatever. Okay, we'll have to bake into pie. This is getting away from us just a little bit here. Actually, do I have enough for both of these? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 5 plus that. Sorry, I can do both of these. And we get a food token. Cool. So I don't think green or white has anything with haste. They have things with flash. Okay. So now we are at 7. So why don't we play this? And then we'll... Okay, solid. We got another Affectionate Indrik. Affectionate Indrik's out here doing work. Okay, we got some bodies down. Flying Vigilance 4/4, very nice. Not what we needed. Doesn't untap during its untap step. Oh, so I can attack with it. All right, they're coming in for 4 over the top. If they have any buffs, like the Sarah Angel wins. I mean, I think they win anyways. 4 over the top. I can only block 2, 5. Yeah, that's game. That is game. 0-0. All right, 4-1. We got our first loss on the board. A little unfortunate. We thought we were doing some work there, but yeah, it's a little rough. Okay. Just a heads up, there will be an ad break in 2 minutes. So if you're catching this on Twitch, apologies. We are in the middle of making a YouTube recording. So all those in YouTube, if you're catching the video, do the thing. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. But during those, we don't stop the playthrough. So where we would normally. So apologies. All right, so we got some removal. Tragic Banshee. Unfortunately, you are going to have to go. Then that'll give us some access here to Burst Lightning, a Braid. Don't have any of our sack goals yet. We are light on creatures in general, so we don't always need to start with creatures in hand. But this is a perfect Burst Lightning target. Just a quick 2, get that out before it scales. All right, so we have another Eaten Alive. So we got 2 removals. 3 removals, technically. Okay, great. Another nice little target. Go ahead and get rid of those. Landfall. Oh, I need a second black. Oh. That's unfortunate. Get +1/+1. If we attack this turn. Nice. Yeah, this Eaten Alive not taking a second black is hurting us a little bit. Now do they have their own Abrade or Burst Lightning? Burst Lightning, got it. Really need like an involuntary employment would be ideal. Perfect. Get him for 4. Sacrifice a creature. Got a little 2-for-1 action there. Got some damage in. All right, now we have a treasure token, so we can raw cast Eaten Alive if we need to. Okay, we're going to take 1 damage. They're going to swing for 3. What do we got here? Raider. 2 damage to me. Oh, well, we drew poorly. That's game. Ah, told you that wind tear in the beginning. It's killer. See if we can snag at least one more win. Let's just try one more win here. That's be ideal. See, the win streak in the beginning is always nerve-wracking to me. Because now we're playing a bunch of decks that are also 4 wins, I think is how it works. So if I'm playing a bunch of other decks that are 4 wins, then, you know, they're doing just as well. They got good synergies. They got some good approaches here. So I think I need to maybe be a little bit more aggressive on my... yeah, this works. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Do one of these. And then black. Pass. My turn. Black. Get a ghoul down. Essence scatter. Nope. All right. Flash in this guy. Cathar Commando. No blocks. We're gonna take that one. Let's try to burst lightning that. Maybe get a refute. Okay. And then swing. Elemental. Okay. Three damage. Okay, drew a card and made it so I only took one, or they only took one. Evolving Wilds, very nice. Get him for 2 that time. I'll go ahead and put down a Kellen and a Slumbering Cerberus. And then be on the lookout for an Aetherize. All right, got our Sailor. That was on my end step. So they're going to get some more card draw. This will be 5 to upgrade that. I do have 5. So I have 5 to upgrade Kellen. I also have the ability here if they're going to kill something. Okay, they're not going to kill something. Got our second black. We could bake into the pie. And then swing with these 2. Coming in for 6. So a creature did die, so they're going to get that card now. That's going to be fun. They're going to come in for 1. Throw this. I think if we make this double strike. And then now I can sack something to Hungry Ghoul. Okay. Do I want that to die? I think I want it to die. Can't play the Abrade. Sad. Sad, sad. You gain a life. Swing for 1. Interesting. Plus 2 and has flying. So an indestructible. Making it 3, so it will kill it. Sorry, Kellen. Second main, I can play this though. Is that just till end of turn? +2/+0 and has flying. Gotcha. So it's still indestructible. For now. Draw a card. Gotta land, it seems. All right, they're gonna swing for 1. Maybe? Yes? No? Maybe? I would like any of my involuntary employments would be great. 17% chance. 17% chance. Okay. I attack this turn. Got Death Touch. Okay, I think that's fine. Lose 3 life or discard a card. They had a plains. It's good for us. Draw a card. And they had another one. Very nice. Gain my 3 life. Nice. Involuntary employment. This actually becomes funny. Discard a card, lose 3 life. Lose 3 life. Okay, because they're going to gain 3 life back. You got some way to protect that. Nice. Lose 3 life. We're gonna draw a card. So they'll probably choose to discard a card. Yep. So now we do officially have this thing big enough to like make progress over the life gain that they're getting from guarded air. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose one creature. Okay. Do I have the ability to get rid of an enchantment? Okay, then they got that bad boy. Huh. Hmm. Cancel attacks. Oh, it's too late. I had to do that as a sorcery. Okay, got rid of that thing. So unless they have a way to kill my Vampire Gorman. Very nice. End turn actually fucking worked in standard. They got it. Yep, they got it. GG's. They're not in standard in draft. That sucked. End turn. Way to sit on that one. Jesus. They didn't care what happened. Like, I had the turn. It is what it is. All right, so let's go see. For the people at home, I always asking, what do we got for packs? Looked like we had a bonus pack in there. We managed to get Moldrotha, the Gravetide. Very nice. And then we got a Slagstorm, got a Kellen, and a Blasphemous Edict in the 3 rares in a Mythic slot. So that, my friends, will conclude draft number... Are we draft number 9? We are draft number 9. We'll conclude draft number 9 on our way to Mythic. Thank you for checking this video out. If you've made it this far, you might as well do the like, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps get the content out to other people that might enjoy some dude just trying to live out his dream and qualify for the Pro Tour in the next 5 years, as well as make a fool of himself, trying to draft and have some fun along the way. Catch all of the videos that we post here, playthroughs, decks breakdowns, news, and catch the live streams Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time, roughly. It's a loose start time. And sometimes I have to take breaks for work, but we are posting a video every day this month for drafts. So you will see, what is there, 30, 31 days in December. Drafts posted on this channel, 1 per day, as well as you're going to see some supplementary content over on the Limited Level Ups channel with Quarter Calls, or aka Alex Nikolic, who I am taking coaching lessons with in drafting this month. So go check those out as well. You'll see the link to everything below. And until next time, we'll catch you at the table.